Hello you and welcome to the Crypto SA channel. My name is Jose and I'm here to talk to you about Bitcoin. Well, we have here the main patterns to have to pay attention to for the next few days, and these longer ones of course are patterns that we've been paying attention for the last few weeks. And well, these two here, the downwards trending channel and the descending broad new wedge are bullish reversal patterns, and this symmetrical triangle has like a 50% chance of breaking to the upside or the downside, and we're actually attempting a break to the upside in here that can be confirmed in like 2.5 hours as the daily closes. Okay, so well, let's put here our main long-term lines in here. So we have and I'll put just the lines themselves. We're close here now, or we're like in between the support of the purple line and the resistance of the white line. I think it's likely that we come towards this line in case we break this channel, in case we are to break this triangle and even go above or towards this yellow line in here, where Bitcoin can deviate to the upside in this case. And this could be the final top for Bitcoin for this cycle, in my opinion, if we are to go into a recession, and that's a possibility that we need to take into consideration. And well, so that being said, let's get back, let's erase the lines, hide the lines, and put the support and resistance zones for the weekly, daily, and monthly here. And just so you see, we deviated here towards a bearish weekly momentum, but we recovered real quick. It was just like 3 days. We tried this deviation before, Bitcoin's tried this deviation before the beginning of August. So and in the beginning of September, so like 2 different deviations that formed this bullish divergence level B that we mentioned in a couple of videos in the past week. So that's why we thought about a pump. That's the pump that's happening. And if we take like the actual local bottom and this local top, we have like a 16% appreciation for Bitcoin's price. And if you take this one into consideration, it's like a 23%, but we had this 30% moving here. That being said, Bitcoin is above the neutral line here for the daily, and it's within the support of the bearish region. So we're not bearish on the weekly, but the resistance of the EMA, that is this level right here that you can see. So I mean, the actual bullish level for Bitcoin on the daily is the $64.8 thousand range, and the weekly bullish area is the $77.6 thousand range. And this is the RSI. These are the other RSI levels. And if you go to the 4 hourly, which I think is very important, we kind of touched the bullish region for the 4 hourly, but we got rejected. So that's the move that's happening right now. But we're attempting to break to the upside here on this symmetrical triangle, which can be pretty good for Bitcoin and could lead the price action towards a target around the $80,000 range. Let's see if the breakout is here. It's going to be something around the $85,000 range, right? So I mean, that's something to consider. We need to see if this is just a fake out or if it's an actual breakout, and it's only time will tell. Okay, so I'll erase the triangle as well, I'll hide it. And let's have a look at the fibs now. I have 3 main fibs that I want to have a look at, and the main one is this. We bring to like from the top to the bottom, and the top bottom has like this 382 here support. That was a good long entry. I talked about it yesterday on the Portuguese Portuguese video that I released. and we're now facing the 0.5 fib resistance, but I do think the actual resistance is going to come here within a golden pocket range. Okay, so that being said, let's see our targets. You see that this is the target for the triangle, and maybe it's a target that is confluent with some other level as the 382 level for the fib. So yeah, the $86,000 range is a reasonable range to think if we are to consider these fibs that we're taking into consideration at the moment. This is the main fib, the top and bottom of the whole movement that started here somewhere in March, the beginning of March. Okay, we've been here ever since March. So it's 6 months, it's half a year within this ranging here. So the other fib that I think is good to take into consideration now is this one right here. It's the trend-based fib from this bottom to this top to this bottom here. And if we take this fib into consideration, we deviated to the downside here in 382 after like getting like a rejection here at the 0.5, and we're having the same resistance at the 0.5 again. But now this is another resistance zone that we should take into consideration, that is this golden pocket zone in here around the $62,000 range. Okay, and if we are to consider the fib levels here from above, let's put the 2 as well. The 2, I want the 2, not the... So if we are to consider these levels, we have what? In between the golden pocket and the 382, it's actually the 0.5. Pretty much the 0.5 of this fib, considering this movement, that I think is a reasonable movement as well. Bottom, top, and bottom. You see that we have confluent levels here of depending on the range that we're analyzing, and it's the same in here. If you have this one from the top to the bottom, the most simple of all, and if we take the 2618 as well, what's happening is that and this seems to be pretty straightforward, we're like trying to get support from the golden pocket, which is pretty good. You see that it's like a resistance. The 618 is being our support at the moment, and we're facing the actual golden pocket resistance, which is pretty good. You see that we have like a confluent zone as well on the 883, and if we use the fib here, we have an actual possible target as well at the 382. You see, so I think this is a reasonable target. I think it's a reasonable target as a last target for this run, right? So if you're actually bought on Bitcoin, that's pretty good. And we might have, if we come have a look at the dominance for Bitcoin, of course there was this huge spike in here, and if we go to the daily, my final target for Bitcoin, to be honest, for the dominance is around the 59.6%, and that's why I think altcoins are not on their best moments right now. You see, that's because of this W pattern here. That's the actual target that I measured. The measured move is from this W here, which has the same size pretty much, and we seem to be going towards this direction. And I think it's enough for today. I don't want you to lose a lot of your time. Let's see like a last fib. If we do this and this, if there's any confluence as well. I think there's always a confluence, and of course there is. We're trying to get support on the 883, right? We had support, the weekly support on the 883, you know, and it might be that we are coming towards what? The resistance zone of the golden pocket, maybe 786. You know, we have some other resistance zones to consider as well. Okay, because above the A3, you see that we've tried We've gone above, of course, not towards the 883. We didn't even get to this 883 level in here, so it might be that we stay somewhere real weak to the upside here around the 97. Everyone is going to scream to like $100,000 Bitcoin, but who knows, even we can even come towards the 121, right, and not have a continuation. But I do think it's more of like those targets that we were seeing, the local targets that we measured before, right? And to be honest, there's a less target to measure. That is this one in here. There are these ones actually. This is one of them. This is one of them, and this would be around the $84,000 range. And this is another one. This is another one around where? If it's here, 77. So you see that in between 77 and $84,000, 85, 86, we have reasonable targets to think about, right? But remember that we're still not bullish if we are to consider these main levels in here. We're not bullish yet. To be actually bullish, you need to be above the $64,000 range, and to be actually thinking, you see that this $77,000 target here is super reasonable because it's also like the weekly bullish resistance, right? If we are to break this like somewhere in the next few days, right? So yeah, I think it's enough. I hope this video helped you, or is going to help you make your decisions for your next trades. And that's it for today. Please like, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and go to our Telegram channel. The link is going to be down below, and there you have the possibility of watching the news that we're always posting 3 times a week about the traditional stocks like NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P 500, the Russell, and also the dollar, the XY and all. And we talk about the economical environment, especially the American economic environment, as to consider possible outcomes from, for example, the rate cut that might come tomorrow, 0.25 or 0.5 points, and that's going to define how sustainable the most probable new highs are going to be, and until when we can think of like a bullish market for the assets that we like Bitcoin, and also those who like the traditional markets, what they can take into consideration to take care of their capital. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow, in a couple of days, in our next English video. So bye bye.